Welcome to season 2 of the podcast with, you guessed it, Abigail Pugh. This season, I'm switching things up and chatting with women who are making daily digital product sales so you can learn exactly what it takes to build a digital product business that makes you money every single day. I'm also so excited to have this season sponsored by Stan, the all-in-one platform I've personally used for the last 4 years to sell my digital products online. Let's dive right into the good stuff. Today's guest is a former civil engineer, a mom of 4, and now a full-time content creator. I know her journey is kind of wild. It's been so inspiring to watch it all unfold. And I just cannot wait for you guys to hear from her and hear how her first month selling a digital product went. Because in my opinion, this girl is walking proof that, number one, it's never too late to reinvent yourself, and that starting from scratch on Instagram is still very possible. Steph, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Abigail. It seriously feels like a full circle moment being with you right here because I just looked back on my personal page the first time that I ever messaged you. It was February 20 something in 2023 when you
Oh my
launched
God.
your UGC guide. And I had to buy it as soon as I found your page. I binged all your
Aw.
content. And I've been seriously one of your biggest fans ever since you started posting. And I think you lost your TikTok and then you started posting on Instagram.
Yep.
And yeah, girl, I've been following you ever since
Dang.
and have been
OG.
aspiring to create my own
Aw.
thing, but I just didn't know for the longest time what that would be. And now I am here and I cannot believe it.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. That's literally it literally feels like a different lifetime ago. If you're kind of new to, me or my personal brand, whatever you want to call it, I did get started in UGC, which is user generated content. And then I kind of shifted gears when I fell in love with the more the content and selling digital products. But it's always so wild when people are like, I've been here since the UGC days. And I'm like, it's almost 4 years now, which is just feels insane. But I digress. Can you please take us back to kind of the beginning of your journey and what led you to become a full-time content creator selling digital products? I know your story is so incredibly unique. I mean, former civil engineer, you don't hear that very often. So kind of take us back to how this all came about.
So I've seriously been wanting to create content for the longest time. I just didn't know what I wanted to create content around. And I tried so many times. This is actually my 6th Instagram page. And I fumbled and failed and wasn't consistent. And none of them were really me. It was just things that I thought would do well.
Yeah.
And then it was hard staying consistent because it wasn't pulling me. And so a year ago, it was just 13 months ago, I got one of those notifications at the end of the week where it was here's your screen time. And I was like,
Humbling.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm I don't even want to look at it. It's so embarrassing. But seriously, on average, I'd spend 2 hours a day on my phone on socials. And I'm what am I getting out of this? Seriously, I could not tell you what I learned
Yeah.
from the 2 days I spent on social media a day. So it was let me just stop consuming other people's content and start creating my own and actually building something of my own instead of watching other people build their dream life. And I also saw one of my favorite content creators sharing she made $70,000 from a brand deal.
Is it
And I don't know
Alex
what.
or Alexa?
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
She was Alex on a budget, but now it's
Yeah.
Alex
She
Petro.
changed her name and that
Yeah.
throws me. But yes, I love her. I'm obsessed with her content.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much. And when she shared it was literally a year ago that she made $70,000 from a brand deal. I was just I messaged her. I was like, "Is this real?" And she's like,
He's
"Yeah,
so
they
for real.
they paid me this to do these 5 videos. Go look at them." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what?"
That's insane.
And from then on, I was like, okay, I need to do something. And then at the same time, I had it on my feed. I started seeing these vlogs, morning vlogs. I remember there's this 20-year-old that I saw, and all of his videos were the same, and it was just his morning. And it was so boring. I was like, this guy has no life, and people love watching it. Seriously, he had so much engagement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if people enjoy watching this 22-year-old kid, they would get a kick out of seeing my life as a mom of 4 in the morning.
Right.
It's just crazy. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make my account. I am going to just start vlogging my mornings. And at that time, our son, our youngest, was not even a year old yet. And so I was still pumping. I was waking up before going to the gym to pump, journal, go to the gym, and then get all my shit together before work. And that was pretty much how it started out. And for, I would say, about a month, my videos really weren't getting that much traction.
Which
But
is normal
then,
for anyone listening.
yeah, yeah. And then like a month in, one of the things I told myself is like, I'm going all in. I'm going to
Yep.
stay consistent for an entire year. I'm going to post 6 days a week. And that's like the goal I had. So it was like 30 days in. And one of the nights I was like, I couldn't finish editing the video. I had to make kid lunches. I still had to do so much stuff. And I was like, I asked my husband, I was like, okay, can you finish editing this for me? And can you do the voiceover? Like half jokingly. And he's like, I can do it. And he did it. And I hated it. I hated it so much. I was like, I am not posting this. This is, yeah, it was cringy. And the next day when it was like, I would usually post my content. I had a 30-minute window where I would drop the kids off at school and then before getting to work. And that's when I would like post my reel for the day. And I didn't have time to finish, like to do an entire voiceover and edit it and post it. So I was like, whatever. Let me just put this video. It doesn't even matter. Like I'll probably get 100 views. And that video went so viral.
Oh
It
my
got
gosh.
over 8 million views
Oh my gosh.
and gave me over 26,000 followers.
Wow.
And
That is
yeah,
insane. I've seen that, like, not, I don't know that I'd call it a trend, but where like people have their husband do it. And it's always so funny to me. I need to go. I want to watch that video. You have to send it to me so I can put it in the show notes for people to watch because I want to see it now.
we'll probably make it go a little bit more viral. But yeah, so that video took my page off. And ever since then, I started getting like inbound brand deals out the wazoo, like right away. I started feeling overwhelmed because I was managing all of this on top of my engineering job and being a mom of four.
Yeah.
And then I got this like huge brand deal land in my inbox, and I was like, I don't even know what to do with it. Like, how do I negotiate? I don't even know what
Yeah.
I'm worth. And at this point, now I had like over 20,000 followers. And I was
Crazy.
like, I have no idea what do I even do now? So I started looking for a management company to help me. And I started asking other creators in my niche, like,
Yeah.
who are you working with? Do you have a good experience working with them? And I applied to so many and got rejected by pretty much all of them. And then like, now that I had this like bargaining chip of this huge brand deal, I
Yeah.
used it to pitch myself to the like one of the management companies that I really wanted to work with.
Oh,
And I was
smart.
like, hey, I have this brand deal and I'd love to bring you in on it if you can help me
Yeah.
negotiate. And that's how I got like a phone call with one of the people at the company. And now I am managed by them and
Dude, so
absolutely love
smart.
them. Yeah.
Leverage the hell out of that type of stuff. That is literally genius.
Yeah. So that's how my story started.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so all that happened, and then I know something happened with your job, right? Like, tell us a little bit about that. This was not like a normal transition into content creation full time.
Yeah, no, not at all. So I've been an engineer for 10 years, and after, let's just say with 4 kids and an engineering job, it's just crazy. Like, really,
Yeah.
any working mom, like 9 to 5 is not made for moms. It's just
No,
not.
it's not. Women or
And a lot
moms.
of,
Like I believe that.
yeah. And at the time, our son, he had a lot of medical things that were going on. And so I had to talk to my boss and be like, hey, listen, I have to take like a day and a half off a week to go to doctor's appointments. And so I started being part-time almost like 2 years ago. And they approved it. And then I got pregnant with our fourth, and then I was on maternity leave, and then our kids were in school, and then figuring out like they finally started school. So then figuring out who's going to drop them off, pick them up. And at that time, I just had the conversation with my boss, like, hey, I'm going to change my schedule again to being my kids' school schedule, which is 30 hours a week, pretty much of me working. So I've been part-time for 2 years. And then 6 months ago, they asked me to go back to full time. And I was just like, I can't, like,
Yeah.
I just want to stay here where I am. And they were
Yeah.
actually, I emailed them that and I never heard back. Like they just like didn't acknowledge my email.
What?
So that was really shitty. But
So
then
unprofessional.
yeah, no, the whole thing was actually very unprofessional. But at the end of January, I got called into my boss's office and he was like, hey, we need to talk. And the conversation is pretty much like, hey, your part-time schedule isn't working for us anymore. We need someone full-time.
Fun.
And it really wasn't even a conversation. It was just like, we're letting you go. So that's how that ended. And it was kind of the push I needed to just go all in on
Yeah.
content. And after the year I had in 2025, I was already like very heavily considering like I'm probably going to leave my engineering job on my
Yeah.
own at some point in 2026. I wanted to leave on good terms just in case things didn't work out and I could
Yeah.
come back. But then things kind of just, I think God was just like, nope,
Here
you're
you
doing
go.
it.
Push up. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Gotta love when that happens. Okay, so you get let go, which was, I'm sure, a delightful experience. That was very similar to my journey. My timeline between getting let go and starting my business was a little bit longer, but it really makes you kind of like second guess a 9 to 5, at least for me. Like when I got let go, I told my husband, I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. Like, I'm not going back. I can't.
I
I just
I
can't.
am so like I worked there for 8 years. Eight
Yeah.
years. And I like didn't go to so many things that I wish I had gone to
Yeah. You
because I was like, I
sacrificed
need
so
to
much for
finish.
them.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. And then at the end of the day, they're just like, you're really just a number to them.
Yeah.
And
No, totally.
at that point, I wasn't profitable enough to keep me. So,
It's a lot. So, okay, they let you go. I'm just gonna like end cap it at that because I don't want to say mean things. After that, what was the timeline between that and then launching your first digital product?
okay. So here is the crazy, crazy, crazy. And I don't even know if you know this, but since like my page went crazy and like I started getting so many people. So my page went crazy, especially for my morning routine. And so I had moms in my DMs like crazy asking me like, how did you become a morning person? I can't get out of bed. Like all these questions about my morning routine. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is my chance to like make a digital product about my morning routine and helping moms like figure out a morning routine that works for them.
Yeah.
And at that time, you were doing your 6-week boot camp. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sign up for this thing and I'm going to do it. But at that time, I was working, engineering, mom of four. It was summertime and our kids were off school. So I literally started the first like 2 weeks and I was like so excited, started doing the whole thing. And then I think kids got sick. Like it was just like a snowball of things that just made me not do it. And so that kind of fizzled out and I started losing interest in that product. And that's just because season of love was crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but then towards the end of the year in 2025, I also started sharing my numbers transparently of what I was making with brand deals and affiliate links and all that stuff. So then the next biggest questions I got were like, how did you do it? You've only been creating content for less than a year. And so it's like, oh, here's another digital product I can create. Um, and I was just like, maybe I should just do this. So then I told my husband, I was like, are you willing to help me like film this and make it like a video module? I really like the way that you structured your boot camp. So I was like, I want to have like video module aspects to it. And I
Yeah.
really like the GPT prompts that you like made. And I'm like, I need to help people like create some chatbot or something to help people with their content. And so I was like, I'm going all in. But at the same time, like I started that with my engineering job. And so I was working on it for like over a month and wasn't getting anywhere because I was literally only doing like an hour a day. Once I finished making Mary Roll for the day, finished being a mom, like all the things. Very busy. I was not really sleeping, which is not advised. It was just the season of life that I was in. And then once I got let go from my engineering job, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to treat this like it's my full-time job. And when I dropped off the kids at school, I would go to a coffee shop and just balls to the wall, just grind it out and work on this digital product. And it took me 2 months to launch and I almost like extended it. My husband is like, you are not extending it anymore. So I was like, I can keep adding, I want to add this. Like
No.
people keep asking. And I'm like, I just kept making it. I was thinking I'm going to make this a low price digital product. It's going to be like $37, just something for people to easy to buy. But then I just kept adding more and more and more
Yeah.
and more. And my husband and everybody I showed the product to, they were like, this is not $37.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not.
Because I was sharing like real numbers. I was sharing real examples of like brand deals that I was getting. I was
Yeah.
sharing with people like how I'm making $4,000 in affiliate links a month. Like, and it took me a while to get there, and I
Yeah.
learned so much on how to actually do that. And so it's like, I really have learned so much, and I'm already teaching people in the DMs. Like, if you ask me a question, I answer every single DM, every single comment. And I just wanted to get more people to create content and just put themselves out there because truly it has changed my life, my family's life.
Yeah.
And I've had so many amazing opportunities with brands and with podcasts and like connecting with amazing people that like I've idolized for so long. And I'm like, how am I having a
Oh,
conversation with you? So yeah, that's how my whole digital product with content creation got started.
that's crazy. Okay, so the timeline between launching, so like 2 or 3 months, you'd say? Like you got let go and then a few, what was it, 3 months?
It took me, yeah, I got let go January 29th and I launched my course March 10th.
Dang, that's literally insane. So tell us a little bit about that first product. So what was the price point? What's included in it? And like kind of why, I mean, you kind of already went into why you decided to create that course specifically for people. Like
Yeah.
people were asking you about it, but
So a lot of the people asking me were like people that just had like no idea. They were messaging me from their personal page to like, what do I even create content around? And it was like something that I struggled with because yeah,
yeah.
I've tried it 6 different times. And I finally like something just clicked for me on what you should be creating content around. And I was also like doing my homework. I've been following so many creators that like teach this stuff and like watching
Yeah.
all the YouTube videos, watching all of the, I mean, consuming so much content on learning this stuff.
Yeah.
And so I kind of felt like I had something to teach now. And so helping people figure out what it is that they should be creating content on and then how to actually create the content, how to edit the videos
Mm.
for people that are beginners. Like this is how I use CapCut. And it was like, it's like an hour plus video of me editing everything from scratch. Like this is how you import, this is how you split, this is how you add text, this is how you do animation sounds, put the whole thing together. This is how I caption everything. This is how I script. This is
Mm.
how I hit post, like the entire process for a very beginner. And then the biggest module is about monetization. And the monetization module is like over 15, I would say pages, but it's more than pages. It's a lot. It's so much information, but that's essentially what it is. Um, and then helping people with mindset and confidence
Mm.
and how to get over like imposter syndrome and their family and friends watching and like all the things that
Yeah.
people like that make people hesitant to even start.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And the price point was 147, right?
so for launch week, I made it $97. And
Okay.
then for after launch week, I upped it to 147. And ever since I've launched, I've actually continued adding on to the course because I want to make it something that at this point I call it the course is called content creation for beginners. At this point, I feel like I should change the name because it's not so much for beginners anymore. I mean, it will definitely help a beginner, but at
Yeah.
this point, creators who have been creating content for over a year, even more, who haven't really fully learned how to monetize their page,
Mm.
the monetization piece will also help them. And so,
Yeah.
because the monetization part is such a huge part of my course, and I've gotten so many people being like, hey, can you just like sell me the monetization part that I just took out the monetization part out of that course and started selling that one for $47. That's
Oh,
just
awesome.
monetization.
That's
Um,
so smart.
and that's only been live for like a week. And then right now I'm actually working on another module to add. But my thing is I hope to just make this like a one-stop shop and like
Yeah.
the best resource for anyone getting started and things I'm learning along the way, like getting better at trial reels and getting better at all
Mm.
these things. Like I hope to be able to include that in the course.
Yeah, I love that. Now, do you remember your first sale when you first launched?
Oh my gosh. I was like, my husband's like, let's just test out, make sure that it works. So the night before at like 9 p.m., we like make it go live. And I'm not even kidding, within 5 minutes, someone bought the course and it wasn't
Oh my
even like
gosh.
launched. And
That's the best feeling ever.
I'm like, we both freaked out. We're like, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I love when that
Yeah. So then I was
happens.
like, no, you have to take it down. And so we took it down. And then the next morning it went live again at like 6 or 7 a.m. And then I posted to my story. And it was just like, I couldn't even, like every time I picked up my phone, it was a new sale. And I was just like, this is
No,
crazy.
it's
And my
wild.
husband's just like texting me, freaking out because he's signed on to my Stand store and he's signed on to everything. And he gets all the notifications too. And he's like, this is like, we were both geeking out and crazy I mean, it was really the whole first week.
Yeah,
And the craziest part is that on day one, launch day one, I made over $8,000 with a
that's insane.
$97 digital product. And I I still can't believe it. It does not feel real. But on day seven, which is like something that like you always say and that sticks in my head is like people need to see something 7 times before they buy.
Hmm.
And this was on the seventh day. And I still can't believe this number. But on day seven, I made $20,000.
That's insane. Was that the last day of launch or like
The
launch
last day
week?
of Yeah, the last
Yeah.
day of launch week, which granted, like the price was gonna go up the next day. So
Yeah.
people were probably like, I'm gonna get in on it. And yeah, just it's wild. It's wild.
That's crazy. And since you've launched, you haven't had any $0 days, huh?
Nope.
That's wild. Just the beginning, the momentum is there. It's literally so exciting. And it's such a like, it really tells your brain that you can do this. Like the first
Yeah.
launch, whether it's $8,000 in your first day or like $100 on your first day, it's literally your brain just kind of accepting that this is possible. Like on my first day, I think mine was like a $35 product and I had nowhere near the audience size that you have. Like you blew up very much a lot faster than me. And I think I made like, I always forget, it was like 23 sales. And I just remember being like, okay, my whole life is going to change. Like this is it. Like this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And it just like
Yeah.
really like once your brain sees what is possible, there's this like shift in your brain that you're like, oh, okay. Like I can do this. Awesome. And tell us a little bit about that. Like I know you're big on mindset and all those things. So like what was that after that first day? Did you kind of feel like, okay, like this is what I'm gonna do?
It was a total unlock for me. It just made me feel like I am capable of so much more than I gave myself
Yep.
credit for.
Yes.
And at this point, I honestly feel unstoppable.
Yep.
Give me anything, I can do it. And it just is crazy because just the year before, when Alex shared that she made $70,000 from a brand deal, I made $70,000 from my digital product the first month.
Insane.
And it wasn't even a full month. It was
Yeah.
like it launched March 10th, and that was by the end of March. I had made 70, it was like 72,000 or something crazy.
That's insane.
And yeah. Yeah, after that I was just like I can do anything. And it has been the biggest confidence boost, but now I'm just like anyone that's in my DMs trying to make money, I'm like, what do you have knowledge on that you can share
Yeah.
with someone else? Like
Yeah.
create a digital product around it. Like
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, creators that are like waiting for their next brand deal, waiting for
Oh, it's
their affiliate
stressful.
income to grow. It's so stressful. And when you are a mom of 4 kids, like you can't just be waiting for the next brand deal. And
No.
also, I don't want to be accepting brand deals that are not aligned with like my
Yeah.
values. I want to take on great brands,
Yeah.
and brands that are willing to pay what I'm worth. And so that also has given me more of a confidence boost to like
Yeah.
negotiate with brands.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like the three together is like the perfect trifecta, right? The digital product, brand deals, and affiliates all kind of worked in together. And I think a lot of people start with brand deals. They're like, oh, I want to be a content creator. I want to be and I'm like, I actually would highly advise against that. I would start with your own digital product and affiliate links and then use your affiliate sales as leverage to pitch to brands like, hey, when I share this, like this is what happens, or here's my reoccurring revenue every month from my affiliate links, because that's essentially data to take to the brand like, hey, this is what I can do. But also then you first like build your income with something that you have control over. Like you don't have control over brand deals. Can they be amazing? Absolutely. But I hear these creators are like 1 month they make $100,000 from brand deals, and the next month it's like 5 to 10,000, which is still amazing. But like that's a huge jump
Yeah.
for a lot of
Yeah.
people, and not like my nervous system. Like I would feel like I'm throwing up. Like I'm gonna throw up all the time if that was kind of like how I started off. And I didn't really start off with brand deals because I got really nervous. I still feel nervous with them. But I think kind of all three together are the perfect trifecta, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it is. And something that I tell people is like, there's nothing that you will be more passionate about than something that you created that comes out of you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you can really get behind, a product that you can get behind more than something that you create yourself. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I can talk
Absolutely.
about whatever this brand wants me to promote, but like, I don't know from A to Z, like how this product came to be, like
Yeah.
how ethical it is in every
Yep.
like step. I know how ethical my product is because I made it from A to
Yep.
Z. And so you'll be able to pitch that so much more naturally, and people will just like see the passion and believe in it more because it's something that you believe in.
Yeah.
So yeah, creating your own digital product is the way. And you have been the one that's shown me the light since the beginning. I'm always
Oh,
like, been so inspired by you.
I'm so
So it
glad.
feels so surreal to be here.
I love it. Tell us a little bit about why you think your product converted so well. So you are kind of an anomaly to me because you really are not like super niched down only to talking about content creation. Like you, I feel like you're like half lifestyle creator, half content creation, but the lifestyle content that you create is around you being a mom and like having these routines. So I'm curious, like, why you think your product converted so well. Like, kind of walk us through that because it's so fascinating and cool to watch.
It's crazy. Yeah, because you're so right. Like the beginning of my, I would say up to like 70,000 followers, the majority of my people were following me for my morning vlogs.
Hmm.
And then one of those videos that I started sharing, like my income monthly, I think I started sharing it in August or September. And my like in July, I made $100 through affiliate links. And then in August, I made like 200. And then in September, I made my first like $3,000. And that was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to top this? But I was so excited. And I shared like one of those reels that told you like how much I made per month. And it was like January 0, February 0. Like all the first 6 months were 0. And then I started making money. Um, and so that reel also went super viral and gained me my next like 10,000 followers. And I was like, I'm going to double down on this video and do another one just like it. And that one also went very viral. And from that is where I got all of the influx of new followers that were like, how did you do it?
So
So then
specific.
I started, yeah. So then that gave me my like, okay, now that I have this also new audience, I'm going to start talking about this because they're here for this type of
Yeah.
content, right? But I'm going to continue doing my morning vlog. So like at that
Yeah.
point, I shifted from doing a morning vlog every day to doing a morning vlog like twice a week and then doing more content creation type of content, like tips for new content creators. I started like a mini series on that, which I really need to pick back up or start something completely different. But from that is where it like gave me the inspiration to create this product. And that's kind of how I've mixed the two. Um, and then just also seeing other content creators that are newer who have done like have content pillars and have kind of stuck with it. Like my content pillar is like motherhood, lifestyle routine,
Mm,
and content creation is like my two big pillars. And I kind of just sprinkle them both into my
yeah.
content now. Um, and yeah, I was also like I've seen other creators who were trying to do that, but then decided to do like just create a totally separate page for content creation. And I was like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just completely like separate them because some people like may not want to know. But then the people that have been following me from the beginning, they have just become like some of my biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And they support me with like everything that I put out. And so it's just become like an amazing little community that
Yeah.
cheers me on and then also is inspired by my content and like everything
Yeah.
that I've been able to accomplish in 1 year. So it's not necessarily, I mean, like the moms, some people definitely are inspired to create content, but some people are just inspired to realize that in your mid 30s as a mom, you're able to like shift what your career is. Like you don't have to stick to the
Mhm.
career that you went to school with if it's not aligning with your season of life right now. And for me, engineering just wasn't jiving with my
Yeah.
life as a mom of four.
Yeah. I know I've seen a lot of content around the millennial career crisis,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
so many of us, like, we went to school, we did what was right, we got the traditional jobs, we did all things, and now we're, like, 35 and we're like, "Oh, we're miserable. Like, I don't wanna do
yeah.
this the rest of my life," and we have options now. I feel like when I went to college, I graduated in 2015, that was the only option. Like, you go to college, you were kind of a black sheep if you didn't go to college, and then you get a job, and I'll just say, I went to school for sociology, I never got a traditional job, right? Like I was a nanny and then I was like floral design and like a studio manager for a floral designer. So like it was never traditional, but still I felt this like pressure to like have a traditional 9 to 5 ish job. And then I always had side hustles, like always. I don't think there was a time since I was like 15, I was babysitting. I always had a side hustle because it was like, oh, I want fun money. And then when I got let go from my job, I was like, what if I just like take my fun money jobs and turn that into something full time? Because I'd been doing UGC for a while when I got let go. And I was like, why don't I just like talk about that? Like switch and do something else. But it was just such a huge mindset shift for me to be like, oh, I can be in control of everything. And yes, I know it also comes with the responsibility of like you have to be the one advocating for yourself and making money and do it. Like there's no like just show up every day and the money will flow. Like you have to be strategic. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also like so much better to me than like having someone else tell me, "Hey, I have a migraine today and my daughter has a cold. I'm not gonna work today." Like you can't do that with any other
Yeah.
job. So, well, I mean, you can take a sick day every once in a while, right? Like you get like an allotted amount. And it just like was not it for me as a mom. I'm like, there's no way because I love being creative and I love working, but I also love being a mom that can be present whenever I need to be. And a 9 to 5 just like it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I've always been like literally you sound like me. I've always also had a side hustle on the side of my job. I'm also like want like something creative outside of my 9 to
Yeah.
5 that kind of feels like I'm boxed in. And I've always had something going on. And I feel like that's one of the reasons I was so excited about content creation because it was something that actually fit within being a mom. Like,
Yeah.
what can you do at between the hours of like 9 and 11 at night? Because
Yeah.
that's like the only time you get to yourself.
Yep.
Um, and so, yeah, content creation is it for me.
Yeah, same. Okay, so your highest sales day was 20,000, which is crazy. Last day of a launch, which I will say it's super common for like your last day to be your highest day because all the people that have been like waiting and like, should I do this? They're like, okay, I'm gonna get it on the last day. Um, Tell me about your lowest sales day and kind of how you work through the range, right? I know for me, like there are some days where I like have $1,000, $2,000 day. And then there are other days where it's like a $200 or $300 day. How do you kind of handle that jump, which like mine still averages out to what I need it to at the end of every month. And it's like very consistent and I kind of know what to expect. But how do you mentally kind of handle those jumps?
Yeah, it's very jumpy. Yeah, there's some days that are like $3,000 and then another day is like 147, which is like one sale. And it's truly like if you don't talk about your product, you aren't going to sell. And it is a passive income thing, but like if you're not creating content anymore around
Yeah.
it, then it just won't sell. And so like I've even had friends that were like, I don't know if the digital product is going to work for you. Like it didn't necessarily work for me. And that like scared me a little bit. But then like because I've been following you for so long, I know that like your biggest money making task is like the first thing that you need to do. And it's like, you got to talk about your
Well,
product. You
yep.
have to create content around your product. And so that's literally been my strategy for the past month. And at this point, I am like, I'm trying to find a way to, um, I do feel like overly salesy, but I know that I need to be if I want it to be successful.
I don't feel it on
Um,
this end. So that's a you thing.
yeah, no, I need to get into your rich girl community because I need the push and motivation. And I know you have a goal to get 130 or something in there, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna sign me up, Abigail.
Well, it's so easy to feel like you are being salesy. But number one, like it's okay to be salesy. You're a business owner. That's your job. Number two, people do not see every single piece of content. So like when I sell every single day, every once in a while I'll get into this like slump of like, oh my God, I must be bugging people. And then like the next day, it almost always happens like so close together when I have those like little slumps. The next day I'll get a message from someone and they're like, oh, what's your rich girl community? I'm like, you mean the product that I talk about every single day? Like people don't pay attention to your
That's
content the
so
way
true.
that you
That's so
do.
true.
Like they don't. And a lot of the time, like we'll have a really valuable piece of content and we make the sale or pitch the product like at the end. And people maybe don't make it all the way to the end every single time. Like they love it, they like it, and then they move on. And so it's like you can't be afraid to sell every day because to me, I try not to think of it as selling. I think of it as like I'm serving people. And like if they don't buy my product and come into my community and let me help them, like how can I serve them more? I can't. So I need to talk about it every single day. So from my side, when I see your content, I do not feel like you're being overly salesy at all.
Thank you. No, that I love that mindset shift of I am serving. Like, and that's true because I want to get other people to change their lives with content. And I
Yeah.
truly believe it's possible. And I think a lot of people just have a lot of fears and things that hold them back that
Yeah.
I feel like we all feel, but they could definitely get over that. Get
Yeah.
over that hump.
For sure. Okay, I'd love to hear like before you lost your job, right? Because I know a lot of people they're still working full time when they want to kind of start this, and it's hard. Like it's not easy. Um, it's just not like I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and be like it's so easy. So walk us through like a rapid fire day in your life, how you actually started creating content. Like what does that look like when you were working 9 to 5?
Oh my gosh. This is going to be embarrassing.
Not even.
Um, no, yeah. So my days looked pretty much the same every day. Even though there was definitely like, sick kids here and there, but I would wake up at 4. Actually, at that time, it was 4:20 in the morning because I was pumping before going to the gym. So waking up to pump, while I pumped, I like journaled and checked my DMs, responded to DMs, then headed to CrossFit, came home. Then it was like 6 in the morning at this point, run upstairs to get ready for work, and then literally get all of the kids ready for school, feed them breakfast, um, get the two oldest to school, and then I'd have that 30-minute window between dropping them off and picking them up. And thankfully, my office is a minute from their school. So I would
Okay.
just sit like on the side of the road on my phone, just like super fast, like speed editing and speed doing whatever I needed to do to post the reel a day. And I would try to make it into work by 9. And at that point, my post was like live. And anytime I took a bathroom break, I am like in the bathroom, just like responding to all the comments. And then during my lunch break, I would take my entire lunch hour and I would be either responding to emails, getting ready for the next reel for the following day, responding to DM. Like literally the entire hour was me mad doing whatever while pumping. and and making my lunch. So I would make my lunch at work and feed myself. And then I would get off work at 3:30 because I have the kids same schedule. I will work 30 hours a week. And then pick them up at 3:30 and then we go to the park, then come home and start making dinner. I'd start making dinner by like 4:15. Dinner's on the table by 5. And then we're very structured with like our kid activities. And then getting everybody upstairs and in bath time by like 6:45, and 6:45, 7, get the kids in PJs, read some books, and then everybody is in their room. Our youngest are asleep by 7:30. Our two oldest are playing by themselves. Now they're besties, and they like lay together in bed and like build Legos or like
Oh.
color or like listen to their Yodo before bed. And we like hear them. And now they stay up to like 9. My husband and I are like, why aren't they going to sleep? But then I would just come downstairs, get like lunches ready, get our house picked up, and then balls to the wall like content for like the next 2 to 3 hours, maybe even 4. Some more like when I started getting brand deals, like that was my time to film. So I would spend, I would say, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day on content. And that is not an exaggeration. It was a full-time job on top
Yeah.
of my almost full-time engineering job.
Yeah.
Um, but that's how I was able to make it work. And I would try to, I always aimed to go to bed by 9:30, and I tell people like that's what I aim to do because I never want people to like feel like they need to stay up past that time. I really believe that you need to get a decent sleep in order
Yeah.
to be a good mom, be a good person, be productive. But I was definitely not getting my like 7 to 8 hours at night for a
Yeah.
year. And it was because I was willing to put in the work. And
Yeah.
I think there are seasons where are like seasons of grind and seasons of you can take it slow and like
Yeah.
it's time to slow down. And I know that that season will come for me. But right now, I still feel like I'm in a season of
Yeah.
grind, even though I am no longer working as an engineer and doing content full time. I'm still balls to the wall with
Yeah.
content because I want to be super successful
Yeah.
and I want to build generational wealth for my family. I
Yep.
want time freedom with my kids. I want to go on all the family vacations. I want to give them the life that, I want to
Yeah.
give them the life.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think there was this like anti-hustle movement, which I'm like, okay, yes, I do not think like a lot of the content that comes from like male big creators is like work, 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 like all the time. And I'm like, okay, but it's not the same for moms. We have to do it differently. But there
Yeah,
is a season of hustle. Like there is a
for sure.
season of getting your business off the ground. Like I am no longer in that season, especially right now. I have a newborn. He needs me all the time, which I love being there for him. But like I cannot hustle. I would not function properly if I
No.
was hustling
Yeah.
how I did in the beginning. But there is a season of hustle in the beginning of your business to get it off the ground. And then once it's off the ground, you can take your foot off the pedal a little bit and you get into these rhythms and you get into these routines. But this whole like anti-hustle, I don't want to hustle. I just want everything to be like soft girl money. I'm like, that's not how it starts. Like,
Nope.
I'm sorry. That's absolutely not how it starts. So, what would you tell someone who is feeling like, what's your tough love for someone who's like, I don't have time for this?
um, if you want to live your life like everybody else is living, like your future is going to look like everybody else's future. But if
Yep.
you want to live like nobody else, in a few years, you have to live like they are not living. So you're not going to be comfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. But that's okay because when you're in your 40s or 50s, like your retirement age could look completely different than somebody that is not prioritizing
Mm.
the hustle now.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to continue hustling all the way until they're 60, 70 years old because they took the easy route at the beginning.
Yeah.
And right now, especially now that we're young and have the energy to do all of the hustling, like this is when we can do it. And then we can take it easy years down the road.
Yeah.
And I
We're
feel
going to have it
like,
easy in our 40s, 45 and on, easy breezy. That's my
yeah, exactly.
prediction.
Exactly.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
that is
I
the
love
life
it.
I want.
Same. Okay, I'd love to dive into a little bit about the platform that you are using to sell your digital products. I know a lot of people think like, oh, I need to have a website before I start selling. And as you guys know, this season of the podcast is sponsored by Stan Store. I love them. I've used them since day one. I'm obsessed with them. And I know that you use Stan because they did such an awesome feature on you after your launch. That's kind of when I started seeing your content pop up on my feed again, which is so cool. But by listening to this podcast, you guys get a free 30-day trial with Stan instead of their regular 14-day trial, which I absolutely believe you could launch a digital product in 30 days. Like 100%. If you're
Absolutely.
strategic with when you sign up for the Stan store and when you're ready to launch, you absolutely could. So that is in the show notes for you guys just because you are listening. But when did you start using Stan? Is it something, did you use them from the very beginning or did you use something else and then switch? So like, how did that go down for you?
I honestly wish I'd started using Stan Store a lot sooner. And the reason that I didn't really was because my husband was my VA and he was like doing all the back end stuff for me because I was focused on content. And so he was like setting up my like Linktree or whatever. And so he did go with Linktree at the beginning. And very quickly, I'm like, why are we using Linktree? Like, literally, I've heard you talk about Standstill for such a long time. I'm like, we are switching. And he's like, we're not switching. And I'm like, no, we are switching. And what we learned so quickly was that Linktree's like, so like many people use ManyChat for automations, but Stan Store also has automations.
Yeah.
And because I was trying to keep my business like as I was trying not to spend as much money at the beginning because
Yeah.
it started out as something that I was doing on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I spend the least amount of money? And so I was doing automations with Linktree. And then when we switched over to Stan Store, I started using the Stan Store automations. And holy moly, the difference between the Linktree and Stan Store automation is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
There isn't like an hour lag time when it would respond to people. And instead of having like the what it looks like automatic message, it actually looks like it's a DM that comes from you, which is so cool. And when I realized that, I was like, why haven't we been doing this sooner? And then the fact that it's so cheap when you're like,
Yeah.
it's so cheap. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's crazy. But I am a huge fan of Sandstore. And it's
Stan,
so
Stan.
easy. It's so easy to, it's like very intuitive to use.
Yeah.
So it's very user friendly. It's not
Yeah.
hard.
It's great for
And
beginners.
yeah. And it also just looks clean and beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's easy for people to just click on the link and it's like, you can buy it right here. It's kind of like checking out on Amazon that makes it like so easy to check
Yeah.
out.
Absolutely. Do you have a favorite feature? I've asked everyone I've interviewed for this season their favorite feature, and a lot of people have the same one. But what's your favorite feature of a Stan store?
Oh my gosh, that's hard. I mean, having my course on Stanstore that has made it so easy for me to build my course,
Hmm.
like that is so cool to me that I
Yeah.
didn't have to go to like Canva and like make a whole design thing. Like it was just easy for me to put together. I would say that
Yeah.
that was a very cool feature that
Yeah.
made putting my course together.
Yeah. Their course creator, like their course platform to create your own is so intuitive and like easy to set up. I've tried in other ones and I'm not going to name drop the other ones, but like they're so complicated and it's just such a pain. Whereas this is so easy to upload the video. It's so intuitive the way people watch it. Um, I only have one thing that has like video content in a course, the boot camp actually that you did, but I just always remember being like so easy to upload things when I needed to upload them.
Yeah. And adding anything, like I can add anything because my course is something that I'm continuing to add on to. It's so easy to do.
Yeah.
It's like you just add another module and you can like hit publish, or even things within old modules. I can like add something in and say like new or whatever. It's so
Yeah,
easy. Um,
absolutely. Okay, I'd love to kind of end our time together with a little rapid fire about like content creation and fun things. So if you're down for that.
awesome.
Okay,
Go
is
down.
there a content trend that you love right now?
Oh my gosh. Yes. There is. Do you know the one where it's like want to go get sushi or whatever, and people and it's like the people going
Huh?
and then like shrugging their
Yep.
shoulders, and then it's them going on a plane and then being
Yep.
at wherever in Japan eating
Yep.
sushi.
Yes.
I really want to do this trend with my friend. Her and I get together on Fridays to get lunch. And I wanted us to be like, want to go get like pho or something and like do the trend, but we're at H Mart, which is like a Asian grocery store in our area. And I think it would just be so funny that we're not jumping on a plane. We're literally just like hopping on our car and going to the
I
grocery
love
store to
it.
get like grocery store ramen,
I love that.
something like that.
What content trend do you hate right now? Or is there one that you're just like, I don't like it?
Uh,
You don't seem
I'm
like
not a
someone that
hater.
hates a lot of things. I know, I was just gonna
No,
say.
I really am not. Like
Oh,
I seriously salute people for putting themselves out there now. Like I see people very differently that are trying, and I'm like, the the people I'm like hating on are the people that are just like over here judging and not trying.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, do you have like a go-to hook style or something that works every single time you do it when it comes to a hook?
Ooh. Um, doing like my morning vlog, like it's like the same on-screen text that's like with an animation that's like
Hmm.
morning in the life of, and then it's me like 32-year-old or 33-year-old mom of four. I feel like that is a hook, but
Yeah.
then the first 3 seconds of the movement that's on screen being something that's a mistake, like me
Mm.
dropping my phone and being like, oh
Yep.
shit, I just dropped
Yep.
it. Or like something that like interrupts the like, wait, what?
The
And
pattern.
like
Yeah.
the videos that are like that have gone viral for me.
Yep. Yeah. You
Yeah.
got to interrupt the normal pattern of things 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is there something that you've done in your content before that you'll never do again?
Uh, hmm. There's something I'm not proud. Yeah, at the beginning, which I like at the time I was like, yeah, doing it for getting like more views and more clicks and stuff, but it was really just attracting the wrong audience. So like I'm glad I stopped doing it. But it was like my pumping videos. I would do like pumping videos, but it was just like mom of four at work pumping, and that just brought in creeps. But those videos got me like, oh, I think one of those videos hit over 20 million views, and it was just like a very short clip of me. And really what I thought I was doing was showing moms that you can pump directly into the Lanson pump bags. Like with your Spectra, you can
Yeah.
attach the Lanson pump bag, which I did not know until I was a mom of four. So I thought that was so cool. And so I started making my content like some short clips when I like had no idea what to do. I was like in the office, just like, this is how you pump super easily. And like those would go viral every time, but it was just not attracting the
Hmm.
right people.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just not, like you said, it could be attracting creeps or people that like want pumping information, which is not
Yeah, no, definitely.
necessarily.
There was there was definitely some moms that are like, wait, what? And can I have that like pumping bra? I had the best pumping bra, which I still recommend to everyone. And so yeah, it was I definitely was still connecting with moms, even
Yeah.
though there was some most of the creeps were on TikTok for those
Yeah.
videos. But yeah.
And I see now, like, you still show that you pump first thing, but there's no, like, how to there's no it's not, like, teaching you anything about pumping. It's literally just, like, she does that first, and then she goes to the gym, and then, she hydrates, like, things like that. So, I
Hmm.
can see how, like, when you get more specific with the pumping, people would then want information on pumping.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, what has daily sales and, your launch of your digital product, what has that allowed you to do that maybe felt impossible a year ago?
Oh my gosh. So I just maxed out my solo 401k, which I just opened this
Woo!
week, which is insane. And I always try to max out my 401k at work. But now that I am my own employer, I can also match it to the max, um, which is crazy. I've never been able to do that.
Yeah,
And I mean, I haven't done it yet, but if my sales keep going, like it's something that I'll definitely be able to do. And yeah, it's wild.
it's amazing. It's crazy, like, how much more control you have over your finances when you're the boss, which can be
Yeah.
scary, but also can be amazing. I choose to like believe that it's amazing. And I see people like leaving entrepreneurship, going back to a 9 to 5. And I'm like, I could never, like, I could never. And I do think that there are some people that are like built to be entrepreneurs. Like I was built to be an entrepreneur. I know that now. Like I look back and there's so many signs for the types of jobs that I got and the side hustles that I did. Like I've always been someone that I need to be my own boss. Like I don't like being told what to do. And so being an entrepreneur just makes sense for me. But there's just like so much more you can do with life and
Yeah.
generational wealth and all
Yeah.
the things
No,
when you're in charge.
the next amazing, huge thing that's been on my vision board for years is being able to take my family to Colombia, which is where I'm from, Colombia, Bogota, and I've been wanting to take our kids for the longest time,
Oh,
but justifying taking them for just a week, which is what I would only be able to allow to take at work at a time, is just not justified in my brain
yeah.
to spend so much money on flights for 4 kids
Yeah.
and my husband and I. And we just booked tickets to go to Colombia for 5 weeks this summer, and we're bringing my parents with us, and I am
Oh,
so excited.
you
Yeah.
guys start creating content for the love of all that's holy. And you know what? I'm going to be
Seriously.
honest with you guys. Like, I'm not here to say that like everyone is going to have the same success as her, right? Or the same success as anyone that you're seeing. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, if you go into content creation and digital products and whatever you want to call it, like, there's so many different aspects of it, right? If you go into this with the attitude of like, I am going to make this work no matter what, like, those are the people that win. Those are the people
Yep.
that no matter
Yep.
how long it takes, like, this is what I'm going to do. And the people that fail or haven't made it yet, they're the ones that start and then stop and then start and then stop. It's like you have to stay committed to one thing, even if that's not the thing that you're going to do for the rest of your life. You have to stay committed to that until it works for your brain to be like, okay, even when it's slow in the beginning, I can keep doing this. Like, it's such an important part of the journey. And so many people miss that because they just keep jumping and bouncing from thing to thing. And I'm not saying don't test different things. Like, she had 6 different accounts before. I did 3 different ones. Like, test it, absolutely, but then pick something and give it a year. Like, give it
Yeah.
a year, hell or high water, and see, is this gonna work in a year? Like, that's what she did. And like 2, 3 months in, her whole entire trajectory of her life looks different.
It's seriously, yeah. It will completely change your life if you decide to lock in. And that goes with anything in life. Like, if you want to lock in to become a freaking lawyer and you're going to lock in all those hours of studying, like, yeah, you're going to become a freaking lawyer. If
Yeah.
you want to spend, like, it's pretty much like giving yourself a college level course if you go all in on content creation, and it's free.
Yes.
But you have to
Literally.
decide to put in the freaking work. Like, it's
Yeah.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it's so worth it if you stick to it.
Absolutely. Okay, tell us where we can find you. I will obviously link all of this in the show notes for you guys, but where can we find you on Instagram, TikTok, so that people can follow along? I know my audience is just going to absolutely love following you.
Thank you. No, my handle is at Steph, Steph, and then Fi. So Steffi with 3 underscores, which is annoying. That was
Was
the
you-
name that was available. As close
I
to
love
my
it.
name as possible.
For anyone overthinking a username, it's not that deep. Like,
It's not that deep.
it's
It's
not
not
that
that
deep,
deep.
I promise. Well, thank you so much for being here. And just as a quick reminder for you as a listener of this podcast, don't forget that if you have not started using Stan Store yet, or you haven't switched to them yet, you get an exclusive 30-day free trial of Stan, which is the platform that myself and Steph uses to sell our digital products every single day. The link for the 30-day free trial is in the show notes for you, and we will see you next week, guys.